So, hi everyone, this is Jason again. Last week we went to the Museum of the City of New York. Before my introduction to the part I'm most interested in, let's have a short review of the museum. What does it look like? This is the gate of the museum. Gate. And this is how the inside of the museum looks like, and I really love this part.
Are these your pictures?
These pictures are from my classmates. Because I saw the signs that cameras are not allowed in the museum. I didn't take pictures.
Yeah.
And in the museum, we went through 3 exhibitions. The first one is hip hop. New York is the place where the hip hop has its birth in. There were a lot of information and history about the hip hop, but personally, I'm not quite interested in this part. Not like my roommate Alan, which is crazy about hip hop. My reaction to hip hop is like this, and I'm not totally not interested. The second exhibition we went to the exhibition of the Paul Red. This is the photo of Paul Red. And he is a well-known, famous graphic designer who designed the logos for many important companies like UPS and the next logo for the Apple. And also the most important is IBM. He is also a successful educator. He once taught in Yale University. And this is how the exhibition of his looks like. Well, as an interior designer, I'm not typically interested in his exhibition too either. I mean, this is all my reaction to him means very good. So the final exhibition we went is the landmark exhibition. In this place, I found a lot of interesting stuff. There were a lot of pictures of the real building and a lot of sketchings and a lot of nice made models. And among these models, I found one of the buildings I'm particularly interested in. The first one is the Higgins Hall. As a grad student, you all know what Higgins Hall is. Higgins Hall is the department for the architecture students. This is the sketching shown in the exhibition of how the Higgins Hall looks like. And also, I've taken photos on models of the Higgins Hall done by someone. And this is the picture of the Higgins Hall. This is a photo I took yesterday. It's really nice. And the Pratt Higgins Hall was designed by, it was firstly designed in 1981. And for some reason, it got fire, it was burned, cut off it, and was rebuilt in 2005. Designed by the famous architect Stephen Hall. Stephen Hall is so famous that there is a saying, the representative of the East Coast is Stephen Hall, and the representative of West Coast is Frank Gehry. So he is so famous. Due to the fire in the Higgins Hall, he rebuilt part of the Higgins Hall, the middle part of the Higgins Hall, they call it the transparent structure.
Hang on a second, I want to ask a question. The two buildings on Are the two buildings on either side, the brick buildings, are they also Higgins Hall?
Yes. The
And
whole thing is Higgins Hall.
the whole thing, okay. So I think probably the date of construction, go back to your other page with the dates on it, designed in, it's probably 1881. See that where it says 1981? Designed in 1981? Do you mean the Stephen Hall project, the new part, or the old?
The new part is in 2005.
So, go back to your sources and check the original construction, it's probably 1881 instead of 1981.
The 1891.
1891?
How much?
Yeah, maybe. Just go back and double check
Okay.
that because the building is definitely about
Yeah.
100 years old.
And the second building I'm interested in is the Hearst Tower. This is the image of this building. This is the model of the building. From this model, you can see it clearly. It's really a tall building. And this is the top of the building. There's a history of this building. Before, there was only six-story part of this building, and the tower was later built, added into the base. This is some information about the Hearst Tower. It's a six-story base of headquarters, and it was built in 1928. And the area of the Hearst Tower is really large and is 4,000 square feet. It was firstly done by the architect George Urban, and the base was done by him, and the tower was designed by Norman Foster, which is he, in June 26 of 2006. The part I want to say is the connection between Higgins Hall and the Hearst Tower. These buildings were kind of similar because they all add another part to the original one. This building adds the tower above the six-story base, and Higgins Hall added the transparent structure between the two old buildings. But there is one thing different between them. The Hearst Tower was initially prepared to have a tower above it, but just because the Great Depression at that time and the construction of the tower was did not act until the very late, and this was originally purposed to design the tower. However, this transparent structure was done by the fire. So this is a different reason. But from both the two buildings, we can see that in architecture design, we need to the thing is not always constant. We need to add new elements into this to use our imaginations and the skills into the constructions. And that's it.